It's one of the most joyful parts of Christmas shopping, buying toys for all the little ones. But bright and fun doesn't always mean safe, and it's good to keep some safety tips in mind when choosing those toys. Chad McLain from Graves McLain is here this morning with a few of those tips. Now, when I look at some of these toys, I see red flags on some of them immediately, but a few of them, like the one you have in your hand, seems very innocent.
It does appear to be innocent. I mean, there's all sorts of things that come to your mind when you see this. This is a fidget spinner. You can get it just about anywhere in town. The problem is that sometimes they wear quicker than others depending on the manufacturer, and they splinter, and when they're smaller pieces, obviously they can become choking hazards and cause cuts, and especially with younger children, cause problems with choking.
So one thing that you wanted to stress this morning is don't avoid these completely, just kind of have put more thought into who you're giving it to as far as the age.
That's exactly right. All of them have age recommendations, and you just need to be, I would just encourage people to be aware of the risk and actually read the warnings, because some of these toys, obviously these are ones that I had, my kids have, and we just want to make sure that parents are, number one, aware that there are risks associated with them, and then keep them away from the younger children that they could be harmed by them.
So let's talk about this sword up here, this Wonder Woman sword, because I think it looks awesome, and I know a lot of kids probably think it looks awesome. So what do we need to be concerned about when we talk about this sword?
Well, so the sword, obviously if I had it, it would be a lot of fun, because I could do a whole bunch of fun stuff with it. But if it gets in the hands of a 2 or 3 year old, you think about blunt force injuries and things like that, and using it in an offensive way with an older sibling, perhaps, in an argument.
I had older siblings, I know how it goes.
Right, and so it does come with a 6+ age recommendation on it, and so just make sure you pay attention to that. Obviously, I mean, a sword, even though it's hard plastic, can do what swords do, which is
especially in the hands of an older brother.
Right, right, exactly.
So let's move on up to this horse, and the thing that sticks out immediately to me is the string. Right,
so the string, that's exactly right, is the length of the string is regulated on many toys and playpens, but for some reason on a pull toy, it's not regulated, and even though this could come out obviously as a choking hazard, even if it's attached, it could be a choking hazard. Again, younger and older siblings using, or even a bunch of young kids playing with the toys, so playing with the string. So
all good things to think about. And so let's move on to these skates, which I kind of wish that these were around when I was younger, because they are awesome.
So number one with skates is, and this is a heel skate, is that obviously you can turn your ankle or break your ankle if you're not don't know what you're doing. The second thing that's interesting about these, and it says that it's included in here, which means it's optional, is there's a piece of flint or something like that on the edge that causes sparks and fire. And generally speaking, kids and sparks and fire, we don't want those two things together. So
it's good that it's an optional piece, though.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't have to be in there. You can put it in there. So I'm not sure exactly what would trigger you putting it in there, other than that's probably why the kid would want it.
Yep. So. And this very last one, doll.
So the doll, obviously this is one we see all the time. It's a great gift. However, it does have some removable parts. Some of the clothing and some of the accessories are removable, which means they are able to be put in mouths and things like that with younger kids, so they become choking hazards.
So all good things to think about, especially when you're doing your Christmas shopping, if you haven't already started. I know a lot of us haven't. Right. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
That's it. That's all. We just wanted to make sure people are aware of the dangers and make sure you use them with age-appropriate kids.
All right. Well, thank you as always.
Thank you.
Graves McLain, Oklahoma personal injury law firm, 4137 South Harvard Avenue in Suite F, 918-359-6600. You can also go to gravesmclain.com, and you can find them on Facebook.